What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining Pack Therapy. This is just a quick video today, so I got it's a mail day. Uh, don't usually do these, but I thought this one would be well worth it. It is May 16th, 2019, and today, like I said, it is a mail day for me. Now, I won this in a res on one of my Facebook sites. Yeah, this is pretty big for me. So anyway, without getting too far into this, as far as like what I got it from, it's not that big of a deal, but the card inside of this is huge. At least for me it is. It's not a PC hit or anything like that. This is just an awesome hit that I got lucky on. I wasn't even expecting to actually hit this, but I also figured I'd better do this on video just in case, so that he can be safe and I can be safe. But it looks like everything's in order as of right now. So, yeah. Let's just check that out. So, bam. Boom. Big bada boom. Yeah. Sickness. That is. And from Honors, this is the classic retro, or whatever they call it. It's basically, it's just the same thing as a classic, except for they have them in their NFL uniforms instead of the college uniforms, which is what Score and I think Classic dropped with the college uniforms as well. But I know Score did for sure, because they always come out really early, so they just have the players drafted from whatever teams, and then in their college uniforms. So I don't know, me personally, I prefer they'd be in their college uniforms when they come out that early, instead of like Origins where they freaking use them stupid double zeros. And plus, in all honesty, in this league, in this day and age, guys don't stay on teams for very long anymore. So, you know, if you're I don't know, say like Le'Veon Bell or Antonio Brown, just for a couple of guys that are instant, or even Odell Beckham, those three guys are no longer on their team. And if you're a Browns fan and you want to collect an OBJ rookie, well, you kind of have to collect one with his NFL uniform. But unfortunately, there's products out there, a lot of the draft products out there always have them in their college uniforms. But difference is those aren't NFL licensed. The Score ones are, and they're in their college uniform. So if you're an OBJ fan and you don't want to have if you're a Browns fan, you don't want to have an OBJ in a Giants uniform as a rookie, you can always go find their draft picks and Score. Again, like I said, if you want an NFL licensed, Score will give you the NFL licensed in their jersey. So, but anyway, yeah. So I won this in a Raz. This cost me $5.40. A Raz is a raffle, in case you don't know. There's lots of raffles and stuff that go on. Oh, there's a lot of scuffing going on there. Anyway, yeah. So the Razes or raffles can be done in any format, really. Most of the time, for bigger ones like this, they do them at like 100 spots and then break it down. This was a second go around, so the price was actually lowered from the original. The original was, I think, $6 a spot at 100 spots. This is about a $600 card, so it runs about $500 to $600, and some go up a little higher, just depending on when and who wanted it so bad. But so these make a really cool deal if you are, you want a shot at some good cards, but don't want to, spend $500-$600 to get a Baker rookie or whoever your PC is or whatever. Then you can do these Razes, and it's a good way to get these cards that you want to get. You're obviously not going to win very often, but this is proof that you can win. And I got some other stuff that I won too. Specifically, I won a box of Diamond Kings from this year. I won that Rice right there. This Craig, but this Craig was in a mixer that I had won a spot in, or bought a spot in, so this wasn't really a win. But yeah, so that Rice there, and this Mayfield here. Like I said, a box of Diamond Kings, and I won a couple other things, nothing major. This is the biggest thing I've won so far, which is awesome. And I'm just trying to decide whether I want to send this in and get it graded or just sell it outright. But now that I have it in my hands and I'm looking at it, I can see that it is off-centered a little bit from left to right. Not bad, and a slight bit top to bottom. Again, the top to bottom is very, very minor, but that left to right, yeah, it's there. It's very minor. It's there, but it's going to get dinged on that. Um, so I just don't know. I don't know if I want to send it in or not. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a show of this. Plus, I wanted, like I said, I wanted to record this as I opened it so that it was clean. I trust the guy I got this from. Been doing transactions through this site for a while now. He's a very active guy, straightforward, straight up. Much love, much respect for you, dude. I really appreciate that. Anyway, if you guys, like I said, if you guys are interested in doing these kinds of things and you don't, and it's the first time you're hearing about it, just go on Facebook and look for sports card sites, trading card sites, and you'll find some, and almost every one of them are closed groups. You can't just go in and join them. You have to actually ask to join, and some will have a small questionnaire just to see if you're legitimate, because these sites are based on integrity and trust and honesty, and so yeah, it's kind of important that you have some integrity and trust. So this is the two biggest things you have to have in these sites, is integrity and trust, because you need to trust. You need to be able to trust other people that they're going to send you, and you need to have the integrity to not try and screw people over. So cool, it's fun. It's an easy way to get rid of your stuff if you're looking to move some product and don't want to have to go through eBay because of all their freaking bullshit fees. eBay can go fuck itself. And of course, PayPal's trying to make things even harder now too for people trying to do these things. They're monitoring the income on your PayPal accounts to see if you're getting too many at once. So they call it their own protection, which is bullshit because they're trying to call it gambling. Whereas this isn't gambling, this is raffling. There's a big difference. I'm buying a ticket for a spot at a chance to win this. I am not taking money and putting it towards something and betting that money. That's gambling. This has a gambling feel to it because you are taking a risk, but I am not actually giving my money up in a pot to win money back. So, and I think that's the biggest difference between the raffles and the gambling. Anyway, different tangent, no point really bringing that up other than, like I said, your integrity and your honesty are the two things you're going to need going into these sites. And again, it's probably the smoothest way to move your cards without having to, like I said, you got to pay PayPal fees. You have to bring your price down a little bit because you have to cover for shipping. Or if you're doing auction, then your price is more than likely going to end up lower than what you wanted it to because of, people know they have to pay $5-6 extra for shipping. And then of course, as for auctions, you're always just hoping that you're just hoping that the final sale is close to what you wanted to get out of it to begin with. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen very often. It's PayPal sucks, man. Or sorry, eBay sucks. It's more of a hassle than anything else to move your cards through there. It's not a good experience. You lose a ton of money just because of PayPal and eBay fees. So, but anyway, like I said, PayPal is trying to shut down this whole raffling thing because they don't want people to make money or get money without them getting their cut. And in some ways, I understand that. It's a business for them. But in other ways, I can definitely see where they're overstepping their boundaries. If I say I'm giving something to a friend, it's none of their effing business as to who it is or why it is. It's my money to begin with. I'm solely using their service for PayPal or for eBay because that is really the only form of transaction through there. So it's not like they're not getting their money. They're getting money hands down by the millions every single day. Every time an item is sold through eBay and paid through eBay, PayPal gets their cut. So I'm not going to sit here and listen to them gripe about people using these services to get around their fees because they're getting their fees already. They're in bed with eBay, so they're making money through eBay. And like I said, millions of dollars a day turned over constantly. And this isn't even a bank, man. This is just some company who set this up and seen an opportunity to cash in on other people's money. And again, that's the capitalistic world we live in. So I'm cool with it. I got the issue when they start saying that I can't send money to friends or family and have to pay them a goods transaction fee. So there is no goods being transferred if I don't win the card. Plain and simple. Anyway, so just my take on that. I will be back here tomorrow with a box of Spectra first off the line. I'm excited to do that. It's basketball. It is should be pretty exciting. I'm kind of disappointed in how Spectra went for basketball, but I didn't realize that Spectra last year was similar. I'm new to, well, sorry, I'm returning to basketball. I'm coming back. It's been a long time since I've collected basketball, and it's really difficult to get all the information again, because this is all, like I said, it's been 20 plus years since I've collected anything basketball, and really I don't even really pay much attention to basketball on TV or anything like that. So all my information is just coming from recent research, and a lot of it's coming through the sites that I participate in. I learn about the players, who's hot, who's not. Obviously I know a lot of the legends and stuff, everything past like 1995 and prior to that, really I'm pretty up to date on. I know them players. I know a lot of them players are good. I spent a lot of my time playing basketball back in the 80s and 90s, so I know all that stuff. I mean, my favorite player back then, when I was playing, top two was David Robinson and Michael Jordan. So I was a center a lot in basketball, so Michael Robinson was a board machine, and that was who I based my game off of. I got in a lot of trouble back then because I used to catch people with elbows all the time, and it was at a time in an evolving sport when Robinson used to catch a lot of crap for his elbows, but it was called clearing out, and it's still done today. It's a little less aggressive. Elbows cannot be pointed at flat and out. They can be tucked in and turned side to side. So if you catch somebody with an elbow that way, sorry about that, you shouldn't have got so close. But back then it wasn't a rule, and so I got in a lot of trouble for it. I got benched quite often for catching people in the jaw. But when I went up to clear out a board, I just always kept David Robinson in mind, and when I came down, I was coming down hard. Anyway, and then of course Jordan. I don't know anybody who grew up in that era who didn't at least have respect for Jordan's game. Most of us loved his game, so obviously no real explanation for as to why I liked him. Never been a team basketball fan. I've always been a player basketball fan. Karl Malone, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, John Stockton. I could go on with the list. Larry Bird, and a lot of those players. I love players. It's a lot like football. Of course, I have my team in football, but basketball I didn't really ever have a team. I grew up in California, and we've got teams everywhere. We've got 3 basketball teams, 4 football teams, 5 baseball teams, or 4 baseball teams. I don't even know what the actual numbers are. We're up in like teens for professional sports teams, whereas most other states in the country have 1 if they're lucky. So anyway, yeah, check me out tomorrow. I'll be back with a video with my daughter. We're going to do that Spectra first off the line. Really excited about that. And my daughter is too, so it'll be fun. Come check us out. That is a fucking monster hit. Boom. Yeah, so that's going to be listed up either on a Raz or on eBay. I'm not sure yet, or I may just send it in to get it graded first. But like I said, looking at centering, I don't know if it's really going to be worth grading. Right now, I see maybe a 9. Maybe. Corners are sharp, obviously. Surface looks good. It should be fine. Surface should get a 9 or a 10. I don't know. I'm really up in the air on this one. I'm not a Baker fan, I'm not a Baker PC. I don't collect him. I do like watching him play, but what do you do? It's like I got lucky and won this card, and so what I intend to do is put it up for sale and yeah, have some more fun with that. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. If you feel the same I do about sending it in or not sending it in. Like I said, centering is not dead on. So that is kind of an automatic ding. So it's, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.